Welcome, everybody, to this week's episode of Across the Hobby. Today is February 17th. I am up extra early because this is one of the biggest auction weeks of the entire year. I'm your host, Adam Gray, and for this week, I'm going to hit auctions from MC Sportscards. That's their weekly that ends tonight. The Fanatics Collect Premier auction ends this week. We have Alt's weekly auction, Goldin's weekly auction. But before Goldin's weekly auction, we've got to get to the Goldin 100, one of their biggest auctions of the entire year. The Heritage Winter auction ends this week. We have the Fanatics Weekly, and we always have stuff from Card Hobby. So this is literally, I think this year, this is the biggest auction week of the whole year. And I'm excited to go through it with you guys. The bad thing is there's so much stuff to do this week that I'm not going to be able to spend very much time on this today. Watch the YouTube channel this week. You may see a couple of other things that come out. All right, let's jump right into it without further ado. Let's start out with MC Sportscards. MC Sportscards this week has, I don't know how many exactly it is, but a large number of big items ending tonight at their MC Weekly. Start out with a Victor Wembanyama National Treasures patch. Not an RPA, because we know that he doesn't have the A in the RPA. He has this beautiful patch that is the Colossal version. Colossal goes all the way back to the beginning of NT in basketball, so starting in 2009. It's Luka Doncic, really sweet autograph out of NT as well. You can tell some people have been opening a lot of NT because that's what we get here at the beginning of this. A 1-on-1 redemption for Luka. Sweet Brandon Miller right here. Got to see if this is game used. I don't think it's going to be because NT generally isn't. In fact, let's go through and let's pick out like 5 or 6 items from MC that we want to make sure we highlight this week. Tom Brady, Hoody graded. Think about this. In 2000, the world of football, basketball never got this product. Only football did. Upper Deck produced a product called Hoody graded. And the whole selling point of the product was that that you'd get a graded card in every pack. Now, this wasn't the graded card, this Tom Brady. This was just a plain card in the pack. Or maybe it came out and it was graded and this card has been regraded. But I believe that the cards were originally graded in, were they SGC holders? Maybe they were Beckett holders, but I don't think this is that. This is that one. Anyway, kind of crazy that they did that. So Pete Alonso, Bowman Chrome Draft Gold rookie autograph, a Magic inscription auto out of 2007, exquisite. Gotta love that 5 rings inscription right there. An early Jordan jersey. When I say early, it gets into the 90s, right? 1999, one of the more underrated Jordan jersey cards. That's one that'd be interesting to look at the population on that one and see, how many of those have been graded. Obviously, the piece of jersey is kind of small, but you gotta love how it's cut out of the card, look like a jersey. Wemby, really nice Kobe gold refractor, round ball royalty, MJ. Does this have the pop? It doesn't show the pop, but that's one that's worth looking at the population. That's also one, I don't know if they break that one down by peel and not peel, but I believe that the round ball royalties actually have a really thin peel on the front of those. It'd be interesting to see. I don't know what's going on with my screen. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, the flickering that I'm seeing, but it's throwing me off a little bit. Hopefully it's not throwing you guys off too much. Oh, I love this Chris Bosh. Okay, so why do I love this Chris Bosh? This is the very first year that Flawless did these championship tags. There was one set that did the championship tag cards before. Actually, I'm going to click on that, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. Really a sweet Derek Jeter here. Patch autograph, serial numbered out of 10. Mike Trout, Dynasty laundry tag autograph. Oh, we're going to click on this Duncan. I'll tell you guys a story on that one in just a second. Ooh, I want to talk about this Kyrie. Ooh, a logo man of Shane Battier. 2023, well after his career, but still a very cool card. I love this Wemby. Looks like the original 97 gold refractors, and they did the gold and they did the gold embossed. Eddie Collins bat knob. Very cool. I used to own the same Kobe card. It was the first Kobe autograph I think I ever owned. Owned it back. I traded a Jordan rookie for that, for this card, and an Allen Iverson super patch out of Upper Deck way back. We're talking 2005. One of the biggest Patrick Ewing autograph patches in existence. Really nice. Amen Thompson. One of Lonnie Walker's best cards in existence. Really an interesting card for a player who was really believed to have a chance to do some big things. I'm not sure where he's at right now, how people are thinking about Lonnie Walker. Oops, clicked the wrong button there. BGS 10, Duncan Thrill Seekers. Guarantee that's a low pop card. Wow, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh at almost $6,000. That seems like a big number for that card. It's 2012 Gold Prism. PSA 8 though. Steph, 2023. Wow. Again, MC as usual just has a ton of big stuff ending. Okay. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time today. So this Brandon Miller, serial numbered out of 3, says rookie down here on the bottom, is a parallel of the base card, which is really cool. But as we'll see, here on the back, we have, unfortunately, enclosed officially licensed material is not associated with any specific player, game, or event. This is the case for all NT stuff. With that said, that is as cool of a patch as you're going to see on that card. That's really a neat piece. So serial number out of 3. My guess is all 3 have this Jordan piece in it. I would be interested to know though if that's the case. Did they do one of Jordan and then they did one with like different types of patches? But Miller's definitely turned some heads. So worth looking at. I haven't followed the Hornets to see sort of how their season's gone along. I don't think they're doing super well. If I remember right in the standings, they're not doing well. But he's a second-year guy. Prototypical size, definitely an interesting card worth looking at. Okay, so let's talk about this Bosch. I started to jump into it a little bit early. I have a card from the set. Mine's the Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade has an autograph version and a non-autograph version. I don't know about Bosch. You need to take a look at the checklist to see what you find. But the path that I started to go down to talk to you guys about on this one is the very first championship tag set that Flawless did, and the championship tag Flawless set I think ended up becoming for a lot of people the champ tag set. And so I like this card because it's the beginning of something. As far as like a set that ended up being important, and because Chris Bosh is he's an important part of what Miami was doing there. He was on 2 of those 3 championship teams. You can see the card's serial numbered 2 out of 2. Look at the back and you'll find out that it's game used. It's a great piece, and if you're a Miami Heat fan, I mean, if you're a Chris Bosh fan, it doesn't get a lot better. The only thing that would be better is if it had that beautiful autograph here on the front. Outside of that, I don't know what more you'd want out of a Chris Bosh Miami Heat card. And, as people look back at him, I don't think they're going to remember as much as a Raptor as they'll remember him from those great Heat teams. He does have 90. Yeah, he has a championship tag card out of Eminence. So that was the first championship tag set that was made a season prior. So it's not his first champ tag set card. It's his second one, but his first one out of Flawless. And I really like that one. Okay, this Tim Duncan's really an interesting card because if you know Tim Duncan, he didn't have an autograph out of UD3 from back in 1997. I don't think he had any Upper Deck autographs. So why is there this redemption card for an autograph, a season ticket autograph? Season ticket autograph or season ticket set ended up being one of the coolest autograph sets of this era. How could Tim Duncan, have this redemption but not have the card? Well, it's my understanding that all of these, and there's not very many of them, go check the pop report, they came from uncut sheets. So Upper Deck, this is how these things work. Sometimes these companies have to produce a sheet containing redemptions before they know whether the cards will be made. And before they even realize whether they're going to be able to put those cards into the packs. So in this case, Upper Deck produced this big sheet of trade cards, and then they ended up not using a lot of them. How those ended up being distributed to the public, I am not sure. I can't say on that. I'm not an expert on that. But what I can say is there's a number of players from this sheet that have a very few number of these trade cards that got out into the wild, but those cards were never actually produced. The autograph was never actually produced. Tim Duncan's one of those guys. But what makes it even more interesting for Duncan is it's also a rookie year card, right? So, you can see the hype here. It's like one of Duncan's rarest rookie cards of a set that ended up being beloved, and again, super rare. And in this case, it's also graded a 9.5. Check out the pop on it. The Kyrie Silver. I've always loved this card. It is on a sticker. You can see if you look real hard. But look, this is the 2012 Prism set. And Kyrie definitely has a case for being the most popular rookie from this set. AD is also in this set, the autograph portion. There's 100 total rookie cards that are signed. Jimmy Butler signed. Draymond Green signed. I believe Clay signed, didn't he? Man, I don't know that for sure. Anyway, that would be worth looking at. But it's such an important set. And then you add to it that it's serial numbered to 25. Oh, and this is number 1 of 25. Yeah, that's really cool. Like that. That is my favorite card for MC Sports Cards thus far this week. So I'm going to put it over here to the side. I really like that card. And I think that is it this week for MC Sports Cards. So let's come on over to hoodies. And hoodies high-end auction was last week. So we're not going to hit that this week. We're just going to show you guys here at the top. There's a few. Don't know what I did there. There's a few big items ending this week. Let you glance at those real fast. Like I said, this is not their high-end auction week, but as always, hoodies has some big stuff that's ending at auction. So make sure you take a look. Very, very nice looking 55 Jackie Robinson. A PSA 10 of the Bonds. Oh, this is the refractor. I thought it was the atomic for a second. And a card that I always love and think is underappreciated. The extra exquisite 2003 Wilt, numbered to 75. Maybe one of the biggest jersey cards that he has. And he only has that one and then the 1 out of 25. So there's only 100 of those. All right. Now we will move on to the Fanatics Collect Premiere, which ends Thursday. Your reminder on this, my very good friend Jeremy Lee and I, as always, will be covering the Fanatics Collect monthly premiere live on the Sports Card Live watch party. He and I do that every premiere Thursday. It's one of the best days of the month to just jump on and to talk cards. The chat always makes that show a lot of fun. We typically end up having 150 to 200 big-time collectors there on that show with us, and we look through all the auctions together, and it's the best. It is the best. I love Jeremy. There's nobody better than Jeremy in this hobby. He's such a fun guy to look at cards with and has done it for so long. Between he and I, you get about 8 decades of card experience. And so come check it out. If you haven't before, definitely come check it out. Go follow Jeremy. I think it's sports. I don't know if I should know his Instagram handle, either Sports Cards Live or J Lee Sports Cards or something like that. But definitely go check Jeremy out. One of the best out there. So we're going to spend hours looking at these cards, and I just want to spend 10 minutes this morning going through them briefly. So this one that's right here at the top. Actually, you know what? Let's sort by highest. So right now it's sorted by lot number. We're going to do by highest priced. And if we do by highest priced, we're going to see that Jordan LeBron still ends up number 1 there. We're going to look at that one and talk about that for a sec. I want to look at this Steph RPA. 2003 Kobe limited logos. Always a big card. 2003 LeBron Noble nameplates. Oh, I love this card. Love that one. We're going to take a look at that one. We're going to look at this Mahomes Silver. This Steph, numbered out of 5. We're talking about that one. Oh, I don't like skipping that LeBron, but we're going to skip it. Soto to 5. That's a huge, huge card. Authentic auto. I want to look at the images on that and see if we can figure out why that's an authentic holder. 99 Kobe, serial numbered out of 25, the gold. Gosh, that's a big card too. The Fanatics premiere this month is huge. This is a huge, huge auction. Gosh, I'm pulling up too many things that I want to look at, but we're going to do it anyways. Reminder, though, I'm going to go through these in more detail, far, far more detail on the show with Jeremy. We're going to just touch each of these like 10 or so items that I'm pulling up here. Spend a minute on each one of them, but we'll spend much longer on that. We'll spend much longer on that on the show. Mahomes NT Shield auto from 2018 there. You just see there's so many pages this month though in the premiere. It does seem a little bit like they have some stuff toward the end of the auction that maybe wouldn't always go into a premiere, but the whole of the I clicked the wrong button. But the whole of the premiere is just really strong. This 7.5 Mikan is a huge card. All right. Barry to 30, Lynchpins 9.5. This is the Desert Shield. Yeah, the PSA 10. Kobe Legacy from 99. I got to talk about that. Already did a reel on this Wilt and KG. Some interesting responses to that. Go check that out if you haven't already. Basically compared the Wilt Superfractor that's up with the Garnett Superfractor. And I asked the question, what would you rather have? And more people said the Wilt than the Garnett, which is interesting to me. I would much rather have the Garnett. Another one of my personal favorites here, this Kobe card that I personally own a copy of. There's only 25 of those in existence, and we only see it auctioned once or twice a year. So whenever one of those goes up, I always make sure we spend a little bit of time on it. Okay, we picked up about 10. I know there's a lot of big modern baseball. I'll actually be doing some content on some of those this week, so I'm going to skip some of those for now. I didn't mean to click on this, though. This is a great card. The gold shimmer of one of the most recognizable Prism cards ever made, especially non-rookie cards. Maybe has a case for number 1 all time on non-rookie most recognizable Prism cards. I would put it probably not quite number 1, but close to it. Give the number 1 nod to the very first Prism card, the 2012 LeBron number 1 card. Okay, so BGS 7.5, one of the most recognizable, iconic basketball cards of all time. 7.5, nice, strong grade, recently graded. You can see down here along the bottom, it's a little bit darker discoloration that is normal. We see a lot on these. I wonder what it's from exactly, but you can see the whole bottom of the card here is a little bit of a different color. So 7.5 is a huge, huge number. Fairly recent grade. And for my money, probably the 4th or 5th most iconic basketball card of all time. I love that Mikan. The question that I have is, why did that end up in a Beckett holder? Would it have been what would it have graded if it was a PSA or SGC? Probably lower, right? But it is a great looking example. I mean, a great looking example. One of those that you sort of look at and go, okay, what am I getting? What kind of holder would I get that into if I crossed it? Or maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe I should just shut up about that and we should just look at the card for what it is, which is, one of the best looking Mikans that you'll see this entire year. It displays fantastically. It is a beautiful, beautiful example. let's move on to our next card in the Fanatics Collect Premier. Okay, the 99 Legacy Collection. You see this LC here. That's what that stands for, Legacy Collection. And if you look at the back of the card, you're going to see it's number 220. Sort of gets lost just a little bit unless you zoom in here. So I'm going to zoom in for us. You're going to see here on the bottom right-hand side of the card, Legacy 2000. Number 13 out of 20. 13 is a special number for Kobe. Why? Because that's the number that he was drafted at. The card, in typical showcase fashion, has this foil board front. I think I've only ever owned one of these. I owned a Ewing number 20 years ago. This is like a sparkly font that really stands out. The story for me, though, is that it's like a year of showcase that is still the foil board, back to the prior 96 and 97, the beautiful foil board stock and background. So that you want that on showcase. It's better than they sort of changed showcase a little bit as the years went on. It's in the 90s, but it's the rarest of the legacies. And I sort of buried the lead there, but that's really the biggest part, is it's the rarest of the legacies. And I've never understood why, even though I get that it's later, right? But I've never understood why it doesn't get some of the love that some of the other really rare 90s cards get. For the example here is the year before this, Fleer made the 24 karat gold set. And people just love the 24 karat gold sets. They're numbered out of 24. People talk about how, they're the only thing that's rarer than these from the 90s is the the greens. But this is rarer than the 23 karat golds. It's Fleer, and it is in the 90s. Now it's just the back end of it. It's the very end. It's 99, 2000. But still, we're talking about one of the rarest parallels of Kobe Bryant in existence. It is a huge, huge piece, and it's neat to see it. All right, let's get out of there. Okay, so again, a card that is personally one that I love, and I own it because I love it. This is the 2012 silver Kobe Bryant autograph. You can't see it always on these scans. Scans do a great job of breaking down all the details of the card, especially from a condition perspective. But it's one of those cards that photographs far better, far better than I'd love to show you an image of mine real quick. I was able to get a great image on my old office desk, and I reuse that image all the time because it shows the colors off just beautifully. The 2012 silvers really photograph amazingly well, and you don't see that totally in this picture. You don't see it at all. It's what you get with every scan of this card. So why do I love it so much? Remember we looked at that Kyrie earlier that's on sticker. This Kobe's not on sticker. It's on card. How many of them in the set were on card versus on sticker, Adam? In 2012, for whatever reason, Panini only put two guys autographs. They only got two guys to sign the cards directly. Those two guys happen to be probably the two best players in the whole set, Kobe and KD. So Kobe's the very first card in the set, number 1. There's 100 cards total in the set. They all have a card number on the back, which I think is really cool. A lot of autograph sets don't have that these days. They'll have letters, and they've done that for a long time, back to the beginning. But Panini said, okay, we'll make a 100 card autograph set. Made almost all of them stickers, but Kobe is, Kobe's on card along with Durant, and it refracts in this really beautiful way. And I was talking to a friend about the set yesterday at length. I think about iconic Kobe Bryant autographs, iconic sets that he was in. And honestly, the 2012 Prism set comes to me first. And that's not just, I always couch it and say from the Panini era, it's the most iconic autograph, right? Or at least, it's one of the most best known iconic autographs. But I think you have to extend it to his whole career. I really do think that. Why do I think that? A lot of Kobe's autographs over the years are from are really rare cards, from Exquisite. You think about some of the cards from Exquisite, or some of his early ones from SP Authentic, or he's got his Bowman Bowman's Best autograph from 1998. And then he's got credentials, or he's got the co-signers. He's got all these different autographs. But in 2012, the Prism set changes everything, right? And his base autograph out of this is not crazy expensive. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but it's not numbered, and there's, you know, a couple hundred of them or something in the population. And it's just, I think that the 2012 Prism is like his best known autograph. You know, what am I missing? What one would you say is better known as far as Kobe autographs? Like I said, like his 99 SP Authentic. He's got some stuff out of Exquisite that people love, but they're not plentiful cards. So as far as like autographs and then like a parallel, like I think this is the card. And if I'm missing anything you'd like to sort of bring up in the comments, please do. But I'm a Kobe collector, and I always ask like which Kobe cards matter. I think this one really matters. And this definitely might be one of my favorite 5 cards of the week. So we're going to put it over here. This duel of these two, LeBron Jordan, is amazing. And I will just tell you, I know not everybody's a serial number person, but the fact that that's 23 of 23 cannot be understated. To me, this is pretty easily the biggest card of the week for Fanatics Collect. Amazing 3-color patches on both. And this is another card that definitely is going to be a top 5 for me. Dream card type piece. To see a dual number pieces of these two is a big deal. To see it being number 23 of 23, though, is like, holy crap, I can't believe that this card is at auction. So it's neat to see it. The staff, I always like to look at this card because I want to see that autograph. That autograph looks exactly like you want it to. You're going to see on the back here, it's graded a 10. It's numbered at 99. It is one of the most recognizable cards of the entire era. It is the biggest NT RPA that they ever made. It's from the very first year of RPAs. And I personally like it because you're not paying a crazy, crazy amount for a patch. The patch looks like it's supposed to look. It's nice in 3 colors, but it's not one of these that has tons of twists and turns and stitches. It's just a simple, evenly distributed 3-color patch. And that for me is plenty. It's at $100,000. I don't know what these are selling for these days, but really strong subgrades though. 10, 95, 95, 95. It's a big card for sure. All right. I always highlight this one because it's an RPA of LeBron, and the only other RPA of LeBron that we really think of is huge money, and this one's far rarer. Whenever you compare the 2003 Ultimate RPA to the Exquisite RPA, the Exquisite people act like it's blasphemy, and I understand that. Like it was the first Exquisite set. But I always remind people the best LeBron RPA came out of Ultimate Collection. It is his Logo Men RPA that we don't know where it resides. We don't know if it even ever came out of packs. It's the one that parallels the base set. There's 2 Logo Men RPAs of LeBron James. One that is part of a Logo Men auto set, and the other one that's part of that parallels the base set or is a variation on the base card. This is a variation of a base card. It's not the Logo Man, obviously. It is but you can see here this white piece right in the middle. You'd like to see some more color on this. It looks like there might be a little bit of color just barely shining through. Let's see if I'm right about this. See that right there? It looks like that might be just a teensy sliver of color, or maybe it's just a break between the patch and the card. I can't be sure. You can see the cards serial numbered in hollow foil. But I like, again, this isn't popular with a lot of people. I love this card for a lot of reasons and think it compares very favorably to the Exquisite. I'm not saying I'd rather have it than the Exquisite, but it compares favorably in that you've got a full image of LeBron that's way better than anything that Exquisite gives you. It's a rarer card, and the best version of this beats the best version of the Exquisite RPA. Those things are just factually true. You can't argue them. What this one does not give you is it gives you not as nice of an autograph, right? That is a shorter autograph than the Exquisite. With that said, this is a nice autograph for LeBron. It is. It's a really nice autograph. Compare it to the rest of his Ultimate Collection autographs. Compare it to his SP Authentic autographs. It's a nice autograph. I've seen a lot of these that have darkened. Not this one. This one's nice and blue. It's out of 25. I love this card. I've always said if there's a LeBron rookie that I'm ever going to get into, it's going to be one of these. I personally will probably want one that's a lower grade because I'm not as sensitive to that. This one's going to suffer quite a bit because it's a nice grade. And so, again, another one of my favorite cards of the week, but I've already chosen 2 for Fanatics, and I'm personally not going to put it above either of those for my top 5 of the week. So as a reminder, I always go through here and say, what are my 5 favorite cards of the week? And then I highlight them on the thumbnail and stuff. So, but a beautiful LeBron. I love this Mahomes, guys. I mean, I love this Mahomes. I always say the following. When I worked at PWCC full-time doing videos for their auctions, I got to see a lot of Mahomes NTRPAs in person, and the difference between the hollow silver, these are the ones out of 25, and the parallel to 25, and the 1 to 99 is just night and day. And it's because there's hollow foil throughout the card, including around the patch window, that just really make the card feel so much more premium. And so I'm not saying, hey, go spend way more money because something's a hollow silver. I'm not saying that. But if I was a football collector, I'm just going to tell you, in hand, they're not even close. The hollow is so much nicer. But if you're somebody who just cares about patch and autograph, maybe the 1 out of 99 could be a better fit. In fact, I've seen more of the 99 with really nice patches, right? Just because I've seen way more of the 99s than the 25s. This is about as nice of a patch as you're going to get on this card, though. Nice 3-color. Again, fairly evenly distributed. Some of these, you just get a sliver. On this, you get 3 really nice, bold colors, right? Huge chunks of that patch, or each of those 3 colors. It's the last 1 out of 25. That probably doesn't really matter, but to some people it might. The autograph looks just like you want it to, and you're not having to pay more because it's a higher grade. So as far as big Mahomes and TRPAs go, I'm not sure you're going to find one that is more appealing than this one. The Steph logo, man. The best Panini era card is probably the Steph logo man auto. That parallels the base set or is a variation of the base set. This is not that, but it is from that same set. It is still Steph Curry, and it does still have the logo, man. It's kind of interesting. It is worth a small fraction. I'm telling you right now, if this was the one that I'm talking about, the 1 of 1 from the same set, this is millions of dollars. It's the best modern basketball card or I should say the best basketball card from the Panini era. Period. What's second? It's the second best Panini era basketball card. I'm not sure, but number 1 would be that. So this card, if we turn around and look at the back, you'll see it's numbered out of 5. And you will see that like the RPA and like the 1 of 1, it is an event-worn Steph card. It's pretty cool. It's probably worn. We believe that the patch is probably from the rookie photo shoot. I love this. As a Steph guy, I look at it and I go, that's really amazing. This is in hollow foil right here. It's, like I say, from his rookie year. Some people would say, gosh, I wish it had the rookie shield. And they have applied the rookie shield less judiciously over the years. This is a card that would get the rookie shield today that didn't back in the first year of NT. But yeah, I love this card. Gosh, I'm going to put this over here too. That's another card that I'm going to need to think about for my top 5. The Soto I wanted to look at. We're going to skip it because we're slow. We're short on time. Remember, I'm going to look at all of these. PSA 5 on this one. You can see a little bit of white in this area. I was looking at this one closely the other day. We haven't seen one of these sell in a while, and now that this always happens, you don't see a card sell for months and months and months, and then 2 show up at the same time. I believe there's also another one of these in the Goldin 100. It's an ultra high grade copy, PSA 8. More recently graded 8s are a huge deal, but this 5 is really a wonderful card. Another card that I own personally, mine's a BGS 8. But for a 5, I think it displays really well. Like I said, it has a little bit of stuff going on here in the white, or in this white area, so check that out. But yeah, it's just a huge card, and it's the 100 of 100. Very cool. I always point this out when I see this card. The third year, this is the third year of number pieces for Kobe. The first 2 years are serial numbered out of 8, and they are both 4-figure cards. The last one that sold for over $400,000. Just a huge card. This is the first year that is somewhat affordable. With that said, this is also the first year. This is the first year where you're going to actually see the card more than once every 2 or 3 years. And in hand, it's beautiful with the hollow foil around the patch window. It's also, I think, the first card that I ever made a video on. I did one of these. I did this voiceover for this card back when I worked at PWCC, and I remember it was the first time I did it, and I was so nervous. Now I look at it, and it reminds me of that every time. But what I remember when I had it in hand was that hollow foil goes around the window here, and it's just really nice. But to me, the story is that significance of it being the first number of pieces that is numbered out of 24. And last but not least, just a huge Randy Moss card. Reminder that in 98 Ultra, there's 2 different cards. There's the one from, I believe this is from Series 1, where he shows up in his college uniform. And from Series 2, he is in his pro uniform. So you have a question you got to ask yourself on this set. Would you rather have the first card? I'm a first card guy. That's this one. Or would you rather have the first one in a pro uniform, which is the second series? This was the actual rookie card, if you look back at the old Beckett. So to me, this is the better card of the 2 1-of-1s. And I love that about this card. You'll notice on the back in the purple, the only 1-of-1 masterpiece with the 207p for platinum on the top. Card was graded very recently and is definitely one of the biggest Randy Moss cards in existence. All right, let's move on to the alt weekly auction. We're a little bit slower than we want to be right now. I've got 20 minutes, so I've got to really hurry here. For alt, we're going to hit 2 cards. We're going to hit the LeBron, and we're going to hit this Flawless. All right. So the LeBron, we have to hit it because not only is it one of his very few gold refractor rookies, serial number out of 50, but it's a PSA 10. And that is, there's very few PSA 10 LeBron gold refractor rookies in existence, right? He's got, I think it's 7 or 8 out of Topps Chrome. And he has, I don't know if he has any finest XRCs. He probably has some pristines, some Topps pristine gold refractor rookies. And then, he's got 11 of these Bowman Chrome. I've always loved the Bowman Chrome. I've heard other people say I need that action shot. I love the Topps Chrome. I personally love the rookie photo shoot image. I do. And then for this one, I wanted to look at this one real quick with you guys because the triple logo man set is, it's so popular. You remember the hubbub about the LeBron triple logo man, but I always sort of lose in my mind what the checklist was like. So you can see this is 2022. So follow me here real quick. I'm just going to Google search real quick. Panini checklists. And I want to look at, I'll look right here, and I'm going to click on 2022 under basketball 2022 and Panini and Flawless. And when we do that and we go to the card set, we're going to go to the Flawless. We call it like Logo Man or Triple Logo Man. Oh, where is it? Oh, no, I can't find it. This is not what we want, especially when we're short on time. Logo Man or, oh gosh, it's one of these that's just going to go forever probably. Logo Man autographs. There we go, triple Logo Man. Okay, so this is what I want to highlight. There's really a small number of these. Flawless has done a good job of keeping these very premium. And the reason that I thought to look this up is just we don't see them hit auction ever, like ever. So for 2022 Flawless, you've got 8 triple Logo Men. For 2022 Flawless, you've got 8 triple Logo Men cards total. And it looks like in 2022, they did a good job of making these more like, related to something specific. So, here you've got 3 rookies. Here you've got 3 Cavs, 3 Nuggets, here you've got 3 ultra great shooting point guards, and that's the one that's up this week, right? That's what this card is. Chris Paul's logo man here is obviously bigger. You have to do some research and figure out where that comes from. But I love it in that, honestly, I love it because Steph's on it. Steph's on it with 2 of his contemporaries, two great point guards of the era. And you've got, 3 of the greatest point guards really of all time, all on the same card. I'm going to put that one over here too, although I don't know if it makes the top 5. And now we're going to move to Goldin. Gosh, I should give him this more time. Somehow I've got the 2 biggest auctions of the week, and I've got 10 minutes to cover them. So that's not going to go well. Unfortunately, this week we're going to have to skip Card Hobby, make that decision right now. And Fanatics Weekly we're going to skip. We already did the premiere. And so we're going to be left with the Goldin. There's the weekly, let's do this real quick on the weekly. Let's just sort by highest and see what jumps out at us from the weekly Goldin auction. And that might take a second to load. And then we have the Goldin 100, which, man, there's a lot of things that I'd like to say about the different things in the Goldin 100. We'll get there in just a second. And then we have the Heritage as well. So as far as the Goldin Weekly goes, the biggest thing is this 97 showcase box. You're looking for Duncan's. You're also looking for the very first one-of-one cards ever. And definitely take your time with the Goldin Weekly. We just don't have time right now. And then we've got basically 15 minutes to hit the 2 of the 3 biggest auctions of the week, along with the Fanatics Collect premiere. So let's start with the Goldin 100. And let's hit, we're not going to drill down into the items themselves, but let's hit 2 or 3 of these cards. So let's start with the Wembanyama. The Wembanyama Nebula has a case for being Wemby's biggest card. I think it has a pretty strong case for being Wemby's biggest card. First, I would say that as it pertains to Wemby, he's got a zillion cards so far, but he only has 1 card that stands out as being pretty easily the most recognizable, and that's his Prism rookie. His Prism Deca might be second, honestly. Like, nothing really stands out as being like, oh, that's really recognizable. Prism is just so the card brand of the era. And so you look at it and you go, okay, so let's say that the regular Prism is his biggest card. Okay, what are his biggest parallels? There's the black, and then there's the Nebula, and then there's the black choice. It's called like the choice shimmer or something like that. Those are the only 3 one-of-ones of Wembanyama of his regular Prism rookie card. Well, the black is historically considered the one that's, was the first one-of-one. The first one-of-ones came out in 2013 for basketball, 2012 for football. And so I would usually defer to that card. There is a little bit of, what's the word? There's a little bit of, not worry, but But people on the 2023 Wemby Black, I don't want to say are nervous, but remember when that was pulled, the guy who pulled it went out and said, "Hey, thank you to a company that basically helps clean cards. Thank you to you for helping clean my card, whatever else." Some people sort of think that cleaning borders on alteration. And so there was a little bit of concern, I think, at that point that the black went through the hands of that company. Now, I don't have feelings one way or another on that. I haven't really gone through in my mind and said how I feel. What I know is that their two biggest Wemby one of ones from Prism. It's the black and it's the Nebula. And I've heard really smart, really highly educated basketball collectors argue either one of those cards in terms of just in general, not Wemby specific, but in generalities. I'm not going to tell you which one's better. I do think that those two cards are the two best Wembanyama cards in existence. And the fact that one, the one that's the black one has, people have that nervousness around it, sort of makes me say, then look at the Nebula. I love that it's graded a 9. I love that it's still that iconic image, and the Nebulas in hand are amazing. I own one Nebula card. It is Joe Ingles. I love that card. I love the design. I think it looks great. LeBron's been received some real interest here. The 8.5 on the LeBron 3-color RPA. This is the 1 out of 23. It's a huge card. Huge card. Modern grail for sure. Arguably the best LeBron card that you could ever want. Other than the Logoman auto. That's the only one that you for sure would take over this. I usually say the words best non-one of one, but here's the thing is I'm not sure there's really any one of ones that are better than this card. But would you rather have this or a Superfractor? Well, it looks like this is selling for more than any of his 6 Superfractors would, or at least than his 04 Superfractor did. This is selling for more than his 2012 gold. This is selling for more than his gold chrome refractor. It sounds like the market would rather have this card. The autograph's bright and blue. It's a really nice 3-color patch, and 8.5 on that card is a great grade. Ooh, a LeBron Finals jersey. Holy smokes. That is a huge piece. His Heat era stuff's tough, guys. Only played with him for 4 seasons. Wow, Chamberlain photo match. Wow. Unbelievable. Mantle, Bowman rookie auto, a 4. Really a strong card. And then we get to a couple of the biggest pieces of the week for sure. The Kobe 1 of 8 essential credentials. I've got some content coming on that one. I won't belabor it here, but because I've got some content coming, something that nobody else has talked about relating to that card. And then the first PSA 10 of the Jambalaya that we've seen in a long time. This is just a huge piece. Another card that I own, mine's a BGS 9.5. This card really struggles with edge issues. Almost all of the cards that are out there won't cross to a 10 because of the edge issues, including mine. Mine will not cross to a 10. But this one is a PSA 10. And there's more in the population than you would guess. There's 17 of them. But make no mistake, as far as rare PSA 10 Jordans go, there's not many that are bigger than this card. This is a huge card, guys. And I know that there have been several people that have looked for PSA 10 for a long time and that are excited about this auction. I think that one might be surprising to people, what it sells for. Really cool Mahomes NTRPA. There are so many huge cards in this auction. Again, look for more content with Goldin here coming up. BGS 7 on that one. This Reggie's only sitting at 13 grand. I expect that to just totally explode. Kobe Bryant's first big autograph, 1998, the Atomic Refractor, almost never surfaces. I did some content on this platinum set. There is a chance that I will. I'm gonna put this Kobe autograph Bowman's best probably on the thumbnail this week. By the way, Just because I love that card. I already did some content on this. It's the full set of the platinum medallions. Expect to see that price completely explode. Whenever I look at something and say, oh man, I would pay way more than that immediately, I sort of know that it's probably going to pop. I have to I've got to consider putting this Reggie on the top 5 too, though, because what I learned about this card is that we've never seen it sell publicly, and it's not shocking to me. These guys, Reggie's a little bit like Stockton, from a smaller market, highly collected, beloved, great looking card. It's just shocking to see it at auction, and so I won't be surprised to see that one really take off. Gosh, I mean, look at this lineup. Like, we're down to PMGs and PSA 8, Playmakers Theaters, autograph jerseys from 98. I mean, just unbelievable auction out of Goldin this month. One of my favorite cards of the week, this Kobe. In fact, I should probably put this on my top 5. I've got the hiccups all of a sudden, so that's great content. The thing that I would highlight on this card that is, oh, there goes my alarm telling me that I need to stop. I'll go for just like 5 more minutes. Unfortunately, this autograph is faded. This used to be blue, but with that said, I love this card. It's one of his first patch autographs in existence, and I love it, love it, love it. Let's come back here. Oh, wow. Look at the patch on that. Limited logos. Just insane stuff. Okay. I got to do. Okay. So this Kobe Bryant out of 3, the Noir. I have a Noir Kobe tag auto out of 3 too, but I've always said the gold on the Noir is just so nice. And that's what you get here. It's the gold autograph. I mean, I love that card. I wish mine was in gold. I shouldn't say that. It's one of my best cards, but truly, like, I love this card in gold, man. I love it. I've already got enough Kobe stuff over in my top 5, but I'm going to put this one here too. And we're going to call it there for Goldin for the week, even though I don't want to. No, you know what? I've got to do this. I've got to do this lookup. I mean, that's one of the stories of the week for sure. Already done some content on it. The 1 of 10, the best Luka gold card literally in existence, right after he gets traded to the Lakers. It's really amazing timing for this auction because you have to speculate. You have to make a decision right now. Do I believe that Luka Doncic's time as a Laker is going to be as special as a lot of people believe? Because if you do, it's his best gold card in the world. We might look back at this and go, oh my goodness, I can't believe that sold. It sold for such a good deal, because this is literally one of his best cards in existence. Or we might look back and go, oh, he didn't end up being everything that we thought he had the chance to be. And we're going to finish out the week with Heritage. Heritage's massive winter auction. I mean, just look at the top of the auction. You got a PSA 9 Clemente. You got a Ruth rookie and a PSA 7. They've got an estimate on this of $2.5 million, and it's currently at $762. That'll be an interesting one to watch. One of the finest Ruth rookies in existence. There in his Red Sox uniform. Really a nice Joe Jackson right here. Old Mill. A 9 on the mantle rookie. Wow. 7.5 on the Jordan with the autograph. Okay, I've got to look at this one. So from an aesthetics perspective, this duel, you can argue, is like the nicest of the dual LeBron Jordans. The holofoil on this is really nice. Lots of colors going on. The patch windows are thin enough that it's sort of like you can just see like all of the different layers. Nice blue autographs, 9 out of 23, Jordan's USA uniform number. Just a huge card. The 97 UD3 autograph. Remember, there's a UD3 Jordan autograph the year before this one. That is not aesthetically nearly as nice as this one is. An autographed Gehrig 3 with a 6 auto. 6 seems pretty rough on that autograph. I think that autograph's really nice personally. But what do I know? It's a huge piece. An 03 Kobe limited logo autograph. Is it a Jordan game jersey? Game worn and signed Washington Wizards jersey. This is his preseason debut jersey. That's pretty cool. So from 2001. Wow. Michael Jordan's first game as a Wizard. I just think stuff like that is so underappreciated. This is his first non-Chicago Bulls NBA jersey. I guess unless you include All-Star games. So much good stuff with Heritage this week. This card's a huge card. 910 on the number pieces from 06. What are the other number pieces that was created 910 sell for? Like $500,000 or something? Over $500,000. That was 03. This is not as popular of a year. The Menko Jackie, a card that we almost never see, sitting at 26 grand. I'd like to do content on that one this week, but I don't think I'll get to it. Huge auction, guys. We'll end with this one and maybe put this one in our top 5 too. Wait, did we hit this? We already touched that. Pretty much universally believed Michael Jordan's best Upper Deck parallel card. The 1997 SPX Grand Finale, hand numbered on the back to 50. Number 25 of 50. Okay, so our competitors for this week's top 5. We have the Jordan Grand Finale. We have the Kyrie 2012 Silver. The Luka number 1 of 10. The Kobe out of 3 Noir. Oh, gosh, I love that card. The Reggie Miller Green. The Kobe Bowman's Best. And the Steph NT. Oh, and the triple. And the 23 out of 23. And the silver Kobe. Holy crap. How many do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. We got 10 cards. Ugh. This is terrible. How do I cut out 5? Oh, man, this stinks. Well, Kyrie's got to go because although Kyrie's a great card, is just not in the same world as these other cards. Although I love it. I love this card. And from a cost perspective, most people aren't spending 250 grand on a card. This card has to make the top 5, I feel like. Maybe on the Jordan. I've got to pick a Kobe or 2 is the problem. I want to put the Reggie in the top 10. Man, Goldin has a really strong auction. I don't want to do just 5 Goldin cards. I do want to do this Steph. I for sure want to do this Steph logo man. A rookie logo man Steph, which, by the way, we didn't even talk about how it's autographed on sticker. I just realized that we didn't talk about that. But it clearly is the autograph on sticker as well. We're going to skip this triple logo man. This has got to go in the top 5 too. We're getting some cards that just have to. Oh my goodness. This is interesting. This card and this card are probably about the same level of rarity. This card is earlier. I like this card more. I do. That's why I own it. I don't own the other one. I love the aesthetics of it. I'm going to put it on the top 5. And oh my goodness, this is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we going to just cut out the grand finale? I don't want to cut the grand finale out, but I'm going to. I don't want to cut this noir card out, but I'm going to. I'm going to cut out the Bowman's Best. That leaves us with these 5. Okay, so favorite 5 of the week. The Luka, the Steph, the Kobe 2012, the LeBron Jordan, and the Reggie Miller. Well, of these 5, it's one of my favorite cards in the whole hobby. But of these 5, my 5th favorite is this one, the silver Kobe Bryant autograph from 2012. I've got to put it 5th just because I love the others all so much. Number 4, I'm going to go with the Steph. Rookie logo man with autograph, serial numbered out of 5. Patch is event worn. As far as logo man autos or rookie autos of Steph, it's the only one that most people will ever even have any shot at. And I don't think most people do, because it's still going to sell for a crazy amount of money, but it's not the variation of the base card. And now my question is it the only other logo man auto of Steph besides the one that's a variation of the base card? And if it is, it's huge. Absolutely huge. I need to do more research on that, and I'm going to try to do more research on that this week. But for right now, I'm going to put it 4. 3, I got to go with the Reggie. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Reggie. I don't want to. I just love this Reggie Miller so much. I love it. I love it in all of its glory. And then number 2, gosh, the best Luka gold card in existence, or the 23 of 23. Number 2, I'm going to do the duel. 2 wonderful patches, 2 great autographs, 23 out of 23. But the number 1 card of the week goes to the Luka Gold, because it's pretty rare when you can say that's a guy who's going to be the story of the NBA for like the next 5-10 years after going to the Lakers. He's a member of the purple and gold, and this is his best gold card in existence. Guys, I wish we had more time this week. I got to run to my morning basketball. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And until next time, happy collecting.